Hello and welcome to the Conflict Project with me, Natalie Turner. Today we will be discussing a most controversial matter, which is the closure of Boots Corner in Cheltenham. I will be interviewing Councillor Andrew McKinlay, who is Lib Dem and looks after safety and development, and I'll also be interviewing Adam Lilywhite. He is a former councillor for People Against Bureaucracy. Let's see what both of them had to say.
I believe it's unnecessary to have it closed.
I think it's just a friendly and nicer place to be in terms of its general feel and accessibility.
The main issue is that it is not anything to do with traffic improvement. And as they say, it cannot be justified on traffic grounds.
Traffic has gone down from 13,000 movements a day down to about 1,500. And that's a very significant reduction and has freed up the area for cyclists and pedestrians alike.
It isn't pedestrianised, it's still full of buses and taxis. Also, the buses and taxis are set to cut straight across the front of Boots Corner, which would get rid of any pedestrianised area, which doesn't seem to be mentioned that that's a long-term goal in the plans.
We've seen an 80% increase in pedestrians actually crossing that road to go into the lower high street, a 200% increase in cyclists using the area, and a 50% use in wheelchair users. So from that point of view, encouraging people who aren't in vehicles to use the area, it's been hugely successful.
The figures which are given by Andrew McKinlay, which are given out for increased footfall in the town, I think we'll find are, they're dispelled by Gloucestershire County Council Highways Authority, because it was for the peak time in July when the World Cup was on and it was absolutely roasting hot.
Do you think by cutting off Boots Corner to all vehicles, even though buses and taxis can still go through, is going to make a difference to pollution, or it's just going to move it to other areas?
Well, it's going to make a significant difference to pollution, because vehicles that pass through town in 5 minutes now take 15 minutes to go through residential areas.
The problems of pollution are actually generally reducing across the town as a whole, not just because of Boots Corner, but because of all the other phases that went before it. So getting rid of the ring road, making certain streets two-way, just reduced the distances people had to travel to get to where they wanted to go, reduced the level of pollution. So overall, the pollution levels in the town centre have decreased by about 6% in the last 3 years because of the first three phases.
Some businesses have said that it's affected their trade. Is there any sort of compensation for a business to speak with the council about because of this? Have you noticed a huge drop? Has many independent businesses been complaining about this?
We've had a very small number of businesses complaining about this in the Clarence Parade, Clarence Street area. I would also hasten to add that it's a minority of the businesses in that area, and when challenged they haven't been able to demonstrate that they've had actually any loss of business at all.
I personally am a hotelier. Many of our guests during the week are people working in surrounding towns that come to Cheltenham because it's a hub for nightlife. However, because the congestion is now so bad from 5 o'clock onwards, they're not coming into Cheltenham.
What do you think is the main area of conflict in this matter?
The main area of conflict is the greed of the council. This is purely for financial gain in order to satisfy their medium-term financial strategy. It is part of it, and it involves the development of the municipal offices.
Well, a major conflict is very simply the one of change. I mean, for 40 years, people have been used to being able to drive through the centre of Cheltenham to either as part of the ring road or to get north to go to places such as Evesham. And people have to unlearn their routes, and that is actually quite difficult because people tend to drive to the places they know the same old route. So there has been a conflict in that. Equally, traffic has been displaced. There's no point arguing about it. So traffic has increased on some routes, and that has been noticeable for some people. I mean, we would say that whilst traffic has increased, it hasn't increased significantly or to the point where it's a problem. But for some people, that's obviously a noticeable change. So yes, there are downsides as well for some people because you're dispersing the traffic that's going through one road onto lots of other roads.
Thank you so much, Andrew, for coming in today. I really appreciate it. That's all from us for now. Further updates can be found on our Twitter page, Instagram and website. See you soon. Have a great day.